Antonio, I would like to give you the word. I just want to repeat very quickly with key words the points that the points that I made yesterday, or that I tried to pick up from you yesterday, to see if to test them against what it is that Antonio also will tell us that he has heard. One, the creation of intercultural meeting spaces in various forms. It can be everything from the school to the workplace, to cultural centers, public space, etc. Networking, our capacity to create a kind of structured dialogue situation, but also transferal of knowledge. Empowerment. I want to underline that. It hasn't been talked about too much, but I think that the necessity, intercultural dialogue demands worthy partners, and worthy partners are those who have a position to speak from, not just their own personal place. Multilingualism, lingualism that we have spoken about. Mobility, an essential key word that has been brought up a number of times, also exists in the communication. The intergenerational question, not just because it's one of the many intercultural dialogues that we could have, but because it specifically is related to the differences between the first generation of, for example, migrants in our urban societies and their second and third generation. Very different situations. Interreligious dialogue has been mentioned. We haven't touched on it so much, and it's probably not the forum exactly for that. This question of the audience or increased access to common cultural experience. When you said before about accessibility or availability, I thought that that's what you were about to say, because in fact this is one of the questions: availability, accessibility of cultural experience to all of our citizens. And finally, this transsectorial question to put on the table, to make the demand that the commissions or the different DGs actually start really communicating with each other on this question, so that we don't have separate functions, but we have this, as you were applauded and quite rightly so for pointing this out. There is already an existing possibility that it is not being used to its fullest.